This video is a brief overview of Chapter 2, Working with Disks and Other Removable Media. Please read the chapter for detailed information about each of the objectives. This chapter starts with a detailed discussion on the types of storage devices such as magnetic disk, optical disk, floppy disk, flash RAM, and non-volatile. It goes on to give a good description of each with the attributes, pros, and costs. In this section, it is important that you understand each of the types and are able to make a good decision on what type of storage device to use for your computer. Some determiners could be how much space you need, how portable you need it, and the cost of devices. Your next step should be to determine what type storage devices your computer accepts. Go to File Explorer on your taskbar. And then this PC, and you will see there the different types of drives that you have. The first one is the C drive, or the local disk. It's the primary hard drive. Some computers also have A and B drives, which are floppy drives. We do not have those. Most computers will not today. D through Z can be different other drives. For instance, D on my computer is a recovery drive. E is HP Tools, because I have a Hewlett-Packard computer. I have an SD card, so that means, which is an external drive, so that's letter G. And I'm going to put my flash drive in, and note that it becomes gigabyte and petabyte. That means sure that you become familiar with these terms, especially know at least which larger than other. A volume label is a text description that you can assign to a disk if the disk is writable. Note that on my C drive, the volume label says it's a local disk. On D, the volume label says and so on. Note on the flash drive, I can change this by right-clicking, going to Properties, and I can Karen's note. You can also right-click and you can just choose Rename. Notice I did not put an apostrophe in the volume name. It should not have any characters in it. You want to avoid that in any file name. I would never put any kind of characters in a file name. Volume labels are for human use only. It's not how the computer refers to it. The computer will refer to it in some sort of code. I don't already know how to do that. Flash drives seconds so that all the files are shut down. It can cause loss of data. In the notifications tab, you can click on eject or choose to remove the removable . And as you probably have already figured out, there are lots of different names for a flash drive. Most of us do call it by the proper name, but many call it a thumb drive, a USB drive. There are all sorts of names that different people call them. Although many of our computers do not come equipped with a CD/DVD drive unless we request one, you should read the information regarding these drives and study how to write to one of them. I occasionally have a use for them when the resources for our textbooks are on one in the back of the book. Most publishers are going to logins with everything on the website instead of a CD in the back of the book or a DVD. Also, CDs in the back of the book don't happen as much as they've been replaced with access codes for supplemental material. Hard disks are the most reliable storage. If you are using a flash drive to back up your computer, it's not a bad idea to also write them to a CD or DVD or copy them to another hard drive is your best opportunity. There are a number of tasks discussed in the textbook regarding hard drives. Turning on disk compression, checking a disk for errors, checking disk partitioning. Most of these tasks won't be necessary unless you're a high-end user, but you never know when you will need to use them. Be sure, though, you know how to check properties so you can check your drive occasionally. To do that, go to File Explorer, and I can check, for instance, my C drive by going to Properties, and the pink is that's the free space. I have quite a bit of free space. You can also clean up your disk from here, and you can compress this drive. If you run out of space on your hard drive, you can compress the drive. Discusses this in the book in detail, so be sure you pay attention to this part. It doesn't hurt to scan your drive occasionally for errors and make more space through disk cleanup as well. External hard drives, for those of us who travel, are the way to go. It can decrease the weight of your laptop by quite a bit if you don't have a CD, DVD drive that's internal. They have attributes that are similar to external and some that are similar to a flash drive. For instance, they can be formatted and partitioned just like a hard drive, but they are like flash drives as they can be connected or disconnected at any time. End of this brief overview of Chapter 2.